Hey guys, and welcome to another transfer targets and possible lineup for the 2014-15 season in the Premier League. Today we're looking at Southampton FC. Now they've obviously done fairly well in the transfer market in terms of how much money they've got for the players. Ideally they wouldn't have wanted to have sold them, but they now have sold Lambert and Shaw, and it looks likely that Lallana will follow them and he'll go to Liverpool. So they'll get about 70 million for all those transfers. That's a lot of money to invest back into the squad, and for that reason I think they could do very well again next season. They finished 8th last season, which is very good for a club like them, but I think they could do as well as that, if not better, if they buy the right players. Main weakness at the minute is of course the attacking positions, because Lallana, Lambert have left, and obviously Shaw added to that attacking ability on the left back position. So let's take a look at who they could buy and how they would fit into the squad after this. So obviously manager is the incoming Ronald Koeman. He'll have a lot of pressure to buy good players. Starting with Scott Sinclair, top left, 25 years old, currently at Manchester City. Let's be honest, after his transfer from Swansea City to Manchester City, his career has gone down. He's just not getting the game time he used to get at Swansea. Quality player, very good at dribbling, but I really don't know anymore because you hardly ever see him. So that would be a good signing for Southampton. Probability of happening 30%. I can see him moving, not necessarily to Southampton. He might go to a club like West Brom, who are also heavily linked with him. Player rated 6.5, main strength dribbling. Moving on to possibly a very good signing for Southampton, if they could pull it off. Top right, Virgil van Dijk of Celtic, currently 22 years old. Looks very solid already at his age. Very fast, good at organising the defence, and could defend crosses and corners very well. Probability of happening, I've only given it 50% simply because Celtic really won't want to let this guy go. Obviously Neil Lennon has left the manager role. They don't want anyone else going. Van Dijk is crucial to their Champions League games and was fantastic for them last season. For that reason I've given him a player rating of 7.5. Main strength, positioning. Moving on to the bottom left, Stephen Corker of Cardiff City. Obviously, unfortunately for Cardiff City, they got relegated last season. He's currently 22 years old and might be one of those players looking to get back in the Premier League as soon as possible. Probability of happening, I would say 40%, maybe it could be higher, maybe 50 or 60%. As I said, he'll want to get back in the Premier League, although Cardiff City could get back in the Premier League easily after one season. Player rated 7 out of 10, very good, very quick. He's already a leader at 22 years old, so for that reason I've gone for leadership as his main strength. Then finally I've gone for a bit of a controversial one. A lot of people don't like this player, but it is James Milner of Manchester City. Doesn't play too much for Manchester City, to be honest, but that's obviously going to be true with the likes of Silva, Nasri, Navas, Toure, Fernandinho to compete with in the midfield. So I can see him moving. Not unlikely to move to Southampton, so I've gone for 20%, but it would be a good signing. Very hard work with the ball, very underrated, can do very good crosses, and can even score at set pieces. Play rated 6.5, maybe I was slightly harsh there, could have given him a 7. Main strength is passing. So finally, let's take a look at the potential strongest Southampton lineup for the 2014/15 season. Starting in goal, Artur Boruc, 34 years old, very solid, can make the odd mistake but generally seems calm under the pressure. Centre back pairing, Van Dijk and Dejan Lovren. Obviously Lovren is linked with a move away as well to the likes of Arsenal and even Liverpool, but hopefully he'll stay for Southampton fans. Then at right back I've gone for Jose Fonte, who was great last season, one of the best defenders in the league. And then at left back I've gone for Nathaniel Klein. He's another young player from Southampton that looks to be very good in the future. Would normally play at right back, but I've put him at left back where he can also play, and he'll be a good replacement for Shaw, hopefully, if he plays there. Then for the two centre mid positions I've gone for Morgan Schneiderlin and Wanyama. Wanyama obviously moved to the club last season from Celtic, I believe, and Schneiderlin now currently playing for France in the national team at the World Cup. So two very top class players there. Good pass of the ball, will keep you the ball and can also make tackles when needed. Then the front four, quite a good combination of experience, pace and finishing. Obviously Rodriguez will provide the finishing, although he does need to improve in that, in my opinion. He got a load of chances towards the end of the season with Southampton, but didn't necessarily finish a lot of them off, but he's a very good player. On the wings, Milner and Sinclair, they'll hopefully cross it into Rodriguez. Milner obviously can come inside as well, as can Sinclair. And in the CAM role, would normally be Lallana, but of course he looks likely to move, so I've gone for Gaston Ramirez. He didn't play too much last season, but might play better now. He's got a good chance in the team. Currently 24 years old, could step up to the mark. Average age of the team is 25 years old, and it looks a very strong team. We'll see what happens. Obviously Southampton fans might be a bit worried, but I don't think they should be, because they could be very good next season. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and goodbye.